somebody who understands exactly what that speech means to people down here in Kent is the Deputy Leader of the Labour Group on Medway Council. That's Teresa Murray. You're joining me down here in Strood. Teresa, your thoughts on Keir Starmer's speech?
Nice to be here, Michael, and good to be here at the Friends Cafe. I was really happy and encouraged by Keir's speech. He spoke about having confidence in the workers of Britain, very different to the Tories. Our Prime Minister has written a pamphlet called Britain Unchained, where she criticised workers and said that they were lazy and no-hopers. Keir Starmer doesn't believe that. He believes that we could be a world leader in green energy, that people could look at Britain and say we can learn from them, not the other way around. And I think I was really encouraged by that. And also I was encouraged about the things he said about education, about apprenticeships. I've had a long career in further and higher education, and Keir was recognising that we need to skill people up quickly and make sure that they are hopeful about getting a good, well-paid job in the future. So, for me, that was a really big message. And what I definitely believe is that Keir is prepared to put his back into it, and he wants all of us in the Labour Party to get to work, make things happen.
In terms of content in that speech yesterday, there was a lot of standing ovations, people saying, actually, this is an amazing speech. But for people down here in Medway, what did you see as a real positive?
Well, I hope that people in Medway heard that Keir Starmer believes in them, that he doesn't think that workers are lazy, that he wants them to have good jobs and well-paid jobs. And I think he showed a lot of compassion as well about the cost of living crisis, the way that it's affecting people. He talked about the NHS and talked about the need to invest. And I was actually very pleased with his honesty and straightforwardness about saying that as soon as Labour get into government, we will restore the higher rate of income tax, because we will need that money to do some of the things that he talked about. So, it was a straight down the line, this is where we are. And I've heard as well a message, and I hope people hear, that working people are being taxed too much. And he supports, actually, the Conservatives' idea of a 19p rate of tax. And he's not afraid to say so. That's how confident he feels. He's not afraid to take a good idea when he sees one and make it happen.
In terms of Keir Starmer visiting Medway in Kent, we've seen very little of him. If he's going to make a success of that next election, and if you look at Liverpool, people think he is going to make a success of this, he needs to start visiting Kent and Medway slightly more. Are you concerned by the lack of big beasts visiting Kent? And do you think they just see it as a foregone blue area?
Kent's not lost to Labour, and it never has been. We've had Labour MPs here. We've got a long history here in Medway. We've always had a strong Labour presence on the council, and next year we're very hopeful that we can win Medway Council, and we're making plans for that now. Keir will come, so will other people. We're expecting Wes Streeting soon. Nowhere is lost to Labour. His message is clear. He talked about the South East yesterday and talked about solar being something that we could develop here, because we are lucky in the South East. We do get more sunshine than other people, and we've got to make the sunshine work for us. We've got to make the sunshine be part of our energy security so that we don't have to rely on other people. So I'm convinced he will come. We will ask him to come, Michael, and we'll be looking forward to seeing him here.
Just finally, in a really tight nutshell for me, Rupa Huck, the MP, suspended from the Labour Party for comments she made over the Chancellor Kwasi Kwarteng, saying that if you listened to him on the Today programme, you wouldn't know he was black. Should she be allowed back into the Labour Party?
Rupa has been suspended. The whip has been taken away from her straight away. Keir Starmer was very clear that that was a racist remark and we won't tolerate it in the Labour Party. Having said that, she's got a long history of working hard for the Labour Party and she has apologised. So I think it's between Rupa and the leadership of the party to work out what happens next.
Teresa Murray, you're Deputy Leader of the Labour Group down here on Medway. Thank you so much. Anna, what you can hear there is that they believe this message from Liverpool has really resonated down here in Medway and actually gives a sense of optimism in the area, a sense that actually they could see this area once again turn red.
Interesting stuff, Michael.